From the government's perspective, this budget was extremely significant. It's the first budget in 50 years outside of the EU, the first budget of this government with its 80-seat majority, and importantly, the first budget for this Chancellor who's only 4 weeks into the job. Now, this was a budget of two halves. The Chancellor had many different balls to juggle, and he took the coronavirus challenge head on, showing that he understands people's concerns and providing a significant package of support. Crucially, he made this above party politics, trying to make it a big cross-party effort, and he spent nearly 20 minutes talking about this from an hour-long budget speech. Then came the budget that had been prepared earlier. A new mantra appeared, and this was a budget about getting things done. The Chancellor was very keen to refer back to the manifesto pledges and use the budget to, at least in part, deliver the change that people voted for at the general election in 2019. There was a lot of spending on infrastructure in this budget. A total of a whopping £640 billion of capital investment is set to be invested in roads, railways, communications, schools, hospitals, and power networks, all neatly tying back into elements of the manifesto. There was also a lot of focus on ideas, science, and innovation. Now, this is a key priority for the government coming from the very top. It's about investing now for the longer term. And it was telling that the Chancellor said, we need more risk-taking and more creativity in this country, not less. Now, it's fair to say there has been a lot of spending today. And even with the relaxation of constraints on borrowing for capital or infrastructure spending, there may well be some hidden tax rises. The devil is always in the detail with these things, and this tends to come in the hours or the days after a budget. It was really interesting to see that despite all the speculation ahead of the budget as to whether the government would relax its own fiscal rules, the Chancellor spoke about acting responsibly with the nation's finances and set the budget within existing fiscal rules, which will certainly please the traditional Conservative voter base. In his words, credibility comes from what we do, not what we say. Now, of course, the coronavirus measures are outside of this, and he did say that there would be a review of the entire fiscal framework, which will report back in the autumn. So let's see what that actually ends up saying. All in all, for somebody 4 weeks in, an assured performance from the new Chancellor, he and Number 10 will certainly be pleased. I think the things to watch are social care, which there wasn't really any detail of, and there is some noise building around gas heating becoming more expensive. So once again, the details will come out in the coming hours and days and will require more scrutiny.